Good morning, my beautiful friends. How are you today? Happy Monday. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Please tell me about something that made you smile from this weekend. I saw Avengers Endgame. I don't want to talk about it here in case some of you haven't seen it. I don't want to give you spoilers, but anyone that wants to hear a video about my thoughts and feelings about it, I will gladly do a second video about that and the new season of Game of Thrones. I will gladly do another video about that if there's an interest. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about relationships. Not necessarily romantic relationships. This could be friendships, family, other connections that you have. But I think primarily it will sound like I'm talking about romantic relationships. And I have several different relationships in my life that are very important to me. So it may come off that way. I wanted to talk about the importance of really living in the moment and loving the people in your life for how they are now and for who they are, and not necessarily trying to change them, and certainly not judging or being put off by who they really are. And if you get to a point where you see someone's true colors, you know, and you don't like them, I wouldn't repaint them. Don't try to do that. It's not gonna work, one, because they're not gonna change. The best thing that you can do is really just be, wow, I didn't know that part of them before, but now that I do, this is a game changer. Whatever it might be. Everybody has deal breakers. But you shouldn't minimize yourself and your feelings and your importance with yourself and your primary relationship that is with yourself for another person. And the importance in loving someone as they are will go a long way for yourself as well. You have to love yourself as you are. And the only person that you can really change, and you're guaranteed to change, is yourself. So if you get to that point where you get a deal breaker with someone, just be honest about it. Just be like, this is it. This is the end. Something between us has to change. Either it has to end or it has to become something new. And that's perfectly valid and okay. But there's an importance in loving someone in the moment and loving what the relationship can be, instead of falling in love with the potential of what a person and what a situation could be. And that's really important, and it's going to save you a lot of disappointment in the long run, and it's going to save yourself and other people a lot of grief, I think. And the best thing that you can do for your relationships, whether they're romantic or if they're just friendships, they're platonic, or even with your family members, is be honest with yourself and know what you want out of a relationship and out of life in general. And I think there's some grace and there's some beauty in living in the moment and loving someone as they are and loving the relationship as it is. And then there's also grace and beauty in letting go of people and expectations and hopes that you had for what something could have been. And that takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of courage to let go of someone and the idea of something that you really romanticized and maybe idealized and build up in your head. Like, wow, maybe you have a partner. Like, wow, this partner is everything I want. We have emotional depth. We have great sex. We have the same hobbies. It feels really good. But what you're looking for in life ultimately is a live-in partner, and this person that has all these amazing, wonderful qualities could never be a live-in partner. Or maybe you want children, and this partner is never going to want children. So then you have to be honest with that person, and be, you have to say, I need these things, I want these things, and I feel like you're the person that I would really want those with, but it's not realistic, or it doesn't seem you know, how do you feel? Do you want these things too? Is it realistic for us to be live-in partners or to have children together? And then you have to be honest, and you have to accept reality that no, maybe we do have something special, and maybe we do have a good connection with emotional intimacy or sex or hobbies, but we could never, ever be live-in or primary partners or nesting partners together. And that's heavy. And then you have to decide, are you willing to give that up? Or is the other person willing to give that up to stay in a relationship with you? Or are you willing to accept the relationship how it is, and then continue looking for somebody that you could have those other things with, either children or a nesting partner. And then if you're polyamorous or non-monogamous, you could have those things with other people. And that way you get all of your wants and needs met, and as long as it is safe and sane and consensual between all parties, then live your life. But you have to be honest, and there's some grace in letting go of somebody that you can't have certain things with, and being honest with yourself and with the other people involved. You know, it's an act of mercy letting someone go when you know that you can't hold on to them anymore, or letting go of an expectation or an idea of how you thought something would be. It's an act of mercy for the other person. It's an act of mercy for yourself, for mutual happiness. And the process of letting go is hard. Sometimes you have to go through the bad. You have to wage war with your heart. You have to run down that battlefield and just get messy before you're really willing to let that go. But there's a lot of grace and there's a lot of strength and courage in letting go before it gets to that point, and saying, this doesn't serve me, or this idea doesn't help me. I need to let it go. And that's heavy, and that's real, but also very, very, very necessary. And I think you will have, and other people will have, a lot more fulfillment with their relationships and life if they can live in the moment, love people as they are, appreciate relationships for what they are, not build relationships on expectations or wants, to let people be autonomous and independent and find their own way in life and just support each other. Give lots of big love to each other. You are all family. We are all human family. So you give lots of big love, unconditional love as much as possible. Don't build relationships on expectations and what you hope that something could be. Be realistic and live in the moment, but remember what you need. Remember who you are. Remember what you want out of life. And find people that can naturally fulfill your needs and your wants for you, and they are compatible and they want the same things and they need the same things. And that is very important. And then the things that cannot be what you want or need, let them go. Let them go with grace. Let them go with kindness and love. Love for yourself, love for the other person. Letting someone go so that you can find what you want and need is also letting someone that you care about go so that they can find what they want and need. And sometimes that might mean that you can't be in each other's lives. Maybe you're just too emotionally invested, and you know, maybe seeing them move on hurts too much. But if you love them and you unconditionally love them, you'll be happy for their success and their happiness, even if it hurts a little bit. And, you know, really mourn what your expectations and what you thought would be. But let them get what they need, and then go into the world with love and light, and go and get what you need as well. And that is only going to heal the human race and the planet, and is only going to bring good things in the end if you can do all of those things. So that is my message and my dream for humanity and for myself and for you, is that you find things and people that you love, and they return the love that you need, and it is reciprocal, simpatico, bueno, good, and that is Monday. Find the love. Give the love. Let go of the things that do not serve you. Mwah. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead of you. I will check back in on Friday. And lots of love and light. Tell me about your happy moments from this weekend, please.